2, 1. And we're back. Welcome back to Nerds in the Gym podcast. I'm Marco.
And I'm Brandon. That means you have to say the date.
Oh, today's date is 6/12/21. For those of you new to the show, I am Brandon. This is Marco. We got you.
Oh,
Face. Oh, we tell jokes.
really got them. Do you know what today is?
No.
It is the
Saturday?
40th anniversary of one of the greatest action-adventure movies to ever release, Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Really? It released on a Saturday?
Well, it released on the 12th.
Do you know what day that was?
I would assume it had to be like a Friday back in the 40 years ago, right?
I don't know. I don't know the rules about movies in this. Yeah, I don't know what you're sharing. I got a black screen, bud.
You have a black screen right now? How about now?
Okay, now I see it.
All right. No, I just shared this because this is a lot. There's a lot of nerd news I found within the past week. So you want to kind of just dive into nerd news because some of it has to do with Indiana Jones.
I feel like you came in wanting to talk about Indiana Jones, and no matter what I said, we were going to get there one way or another. So go ahead.
Yes, we are. So first off, we had the first images from set of Indiana Jones 5. We have Harrison Ford. This is like in England or Scotland somewhere, from what I've been reading. But we have him there, suited up, looking like Indiana Jones, just a bit older now. But there's been a lot of photos that have released. Here's a set of them at some castle. So I wonder what the time period is for this movie. Because
I thought you told us like a month ago.
So no, I said Kingdom of the Crystal Skull took place around 64.
Right, so this has to be 70s.
The 70s. However, I found a new photo today. They had a close-up of Indiana Jones, and he's got the dots on his face. Are they de-aging him?
Oh, honestly, Disney could do that. I never even thought about that.
So, or do we have a movie that is taking place in the 70s with flashbacks?
Could be both.
I think that... So, we've never really...
Or they could be using old footage.
That too. Could be using old footage. But the only time we've seen a flashback in Indiana Jones was in The Last Crusade when they did the flashback to him as young Indy. To just show how he got the scar and how he got the hat and stuff.
Well, I'm pretty sure they did that so they could do the TV series that no one watched.
Boom. Roasted.
Well, in a way, the second one is all flashback, right?
Yes, because the second one is a prequel. That is right.
And in a way, he's always telling this. That's Indiana Jones? He's always telling the story. This is the story how he did that? No?
Is that how it works? I know for the Young Indy series, they had an older version of Indiana Jones telling the young stories.
You watched it?
I did not watch it.
Oh, okay. I was just like, you were like 22 magical episodes of not Harrison Ford.
Wasn't the kid that played young Indiana Jones in The Last Crusade was Joaquin Phoenix's brother, River Phoenix.
Sure.
No, I know that for a fact.
What a weird tidbit of knowledge. Are you a big River Phoenix fan, Marco?
No, he's dead.
R.I.P.
But yeah, and then I forget who this guy's name is. Toby Jones? Yeah, Toby Jones is co-starring with him, it seems like. I don't know who Toby Jones is.
He's been in a lot of things, but I don't know if Indiana Jones is one of them.
No, it is not. So, and it's interesting because this comes from the same photo where they had the dots on his face. So, is this a character of the past that they're also bringing into the...
The dots was the fourth one? That was Crystal Skull?
No, I'm saying the dots on his face for the, de-aging.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought there was... I saw Crystal Skull maybe once.
It's not that bad of a movie.
So I thought there was something in Crystal Skull that made the dots relevant. You kept talking about. I didn't want to
No, no, no.
get my nerd
No.
card
The dots
taken
is
away.
for the mapping of the de-aging for the facial expressions.
Gotcha.
So
Well, that's a nephew to Harrison Ford because he wanted to do this 5 years ago and they kept pushing
yeah,
it
I know.
back.
Well, I think the movie was supposed to come out this year, but because of COVID, they couldn't film last year.
I don't want to hear excuses. I just want to hear whip crack. Whoosh.
But yeah, he's all suited up, ready to go. It seems like.
I didn't hear whip crack.
Is
There we go.
that what you were?
Okay.
But yeah, there's even this clip of the castle burning. So we're going to get some hardcore action scenes with. What is he now? 80 years old.
He's getting up there. I don't know
He's
if he
going to
hit
be
80
80
yet.
when the movie releases, I think.
I mean, good for him.
Oh, I know. But I am so excited, even though he's, in his late 70s. So,
What
like,
bothers me with Harrison Ford is he has so many good movies that aren't
but
Indiana Jones and Star Wars.
I know.
And he is
Was it?
such a good actor.
Was the one Mosquito Coaster?
Is that the one where he's on the island?
Yes.
Great movie.
He plays like a psychopath, essentially. Like the guy's just out of his mind, really.
I'm thinking of a different movie. But
The Fugitive,
amazing.
Air Force One.
So good. I get those ones confused.
Oh man.
And then it
But-
hit like this peak where I think he's semi-retired in like the 2000s, late 2000s.
Kind of, yeah. Then
And
he
the only
had to
time he
come
would
back.
come out of the only time he would come back is if they wrote him like a massive paycheck.
So do you know there's like a little bit of a game between him and Sam L. Jackson?
No. Please
So
tell.
they have a game to see who can accumulate more money from films.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so like they just go back and forth. I feel like Sam L. Jackson has to have won it by now just because of his Marvel appearances.
Like for one movie or
No, like total.
oh, total?
Yeah.
Well, it's a very dark way because it's only going to end one way.
Death?
Right, one of them's going to have to pass away.
I think it's just like during their time alive, whoever gets more money from all the films.
Have they ever done a movie together?
No, but I don't think they have. Yeah, I don't think they have. They definitely should.
I forget how old Samuel L. Jackson is. He's up there too.
He's around the same age. Maybe a couple years younger. I think 76 and 78 are the ages of them.
Wow. They both look great.
But like, oh,
you know what I'm excited for though?
What?
Is the press junkets for these? Because Harrison Ford has zero tolerance for these press interviews.
I know.
And you can tell. He sits there in his chair and you can just tell he'd rather be anywhere else in the world.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And I'm pretty sure it's in his contract. He only has to do X amount of them.
Oh yeah.
So you're going to have like the fourth lead doing interviews for Indiana Jones 5. Yeah, working with Harrison was great. He's so cool. One day on set, he did blank, blank, blank. And you watch the movie, it's like the person was in two scenes.
Who? There was, I think it was John Boyega. He was like, I wasn't sure if he liked me or not on set. He was like, because I think the first day he had like a 4 foot tall Han Solo figure in the Stormtrooper outfit, and he gave it to Harrison Ford to sign for him, and Harrison Ford just kind of had like a reaction of like, "The hell are you doing, kid?"
We are working. What are you doing? And then John Boyega dropped the Millennium Falcon door on his leg and broke it.
I thought that was J.J. Abrams. I thought it was somebody on the.
I didn't know if they released it. I just joked.
Oh. But